Hey guys, today we're going to be testing out brand new drugstore makeup. I have so much here that I'm going to have to break up this video into two parts. I feel like every time I turn around, there's new stuff coming out. And I know my last video was also trying new drugstore, so it's just been crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in. I have a new brow glue from NYX, and I'm really excited about this one because you guys know that I have a hard time finding a brow gel that will hold my brows in place. I used to absolutely love the Too Faced Fluff and Hold, and then when that was discontinued, I started using the Rare Beauty one, but I've been looking for a drugstore option that holds them really well. And for a while there, I was using the Got To Be hair gel, which I really like. This is amazing, but you need to have a different spoolie that goes along with it. It's just not quite as convenient as having it all in one tube. And I know that Got To Be has their own brow gel in a tube. It's not the same. Like, it doesn't have the right hold compared to the actual hair gel. So I'm hoping for the best with this one. This says that it has crazy lift according to the packaging, up to 24-hour wear. It's a brow lamination gel. It has a built-in styling comb. And this is also supposed to be flake proof and sweat resistant. So I have not tried this yet, just opening it for the first time now. All right, so instead of a normal spoolie wand, it actually has the little teeth, like a little triangular comb. This is gonna be kind of interesting. Let's see. You just kind of have to squeeze it till you see the product come out. And oh my gosh, I think I got a lot. This might be too much. It's a little hard to control. I kind of do prefer a spoolie because it just comes out of the tube with the right amount on it. With this, you might squeeze out a little too much, but hopefully this will be okay. I'm just gonna kind of comb it through my brows and hope for the best. I do like how this is combing my brows in place though. All right, I'm just gonna do the other side. I mean, it is very quick and easy. I just hope that this has the right amount of hold. If it does, I'm gonna be so happy. All right, so it definitely has a stickier feel to it. It feels like it's gonna have really good hold, but I'm gonna let this set and dry for a bit before I go back and fill in my brows. So for now, let's move on to foundation. I have the new e.l.f. Skin Tint. A lot of you guys have been asking me to try this, and I was really excited when I saw it because I love a mineral sunscreen. So this is called the Halo Glow Skin Tint. I got it in the shade 6 Light Cool, and it has mineral SPF 50 broad spectrum sunscreen. It claims to be water resistant up to 80 minutes, and it claims to be a serum-like skin tint that delivers light buildable coverage plus non-nano zinc oxide mineral sunscreen with no white cast. It also claims to be a lightweight hydrating formula that sinks in like your favorite skincare for a barely there feel and natural glowing complexion. So this is the one product that I'm trying today that I actually have tried already. I've used this a couple of times and I already have some thoughts on it, so I'll kind of share that as we go. It does come in a 1 fluid ounce tube. It feels like it's small, like it's not the right amount of product, but it actually is like the standard size for a foundation. And I'm gonna apply this like I would a sunscreen today, but one thing that I wanna note is that when it comes to any sunscreen, you have to apply a lot of product. Like, you really have to layer it on more than you would a typical foundation. Otherwise, you're not gonna get the adequate protection that you need. But when it comes to products like this, I find that they can look a little bit heavy if you put a lot on. If you don't want it to look thick or cakey, I would recommend just wearing a different sunscreen under this first and then just apply a little amount so that you can get the coverage and the finish that you're looking for. But if you're using this as a sunscreen, I would recommend putting a lot of it on. And that's where I think sometimes it can start to look a little bit mask-like. It's not terrible. And I have to say, for a mineral sunscreen, it's not super thick or heavy. It absolutely does have that lighter serum-like texture that they talked about on the packaging. So I do like that about it. In a way, it reminds me a little bit of the IT Cosmetics CC Nude Glow, not their original CC cream, which is thicker, but the Nude Glow one, which is a little bit lighter weight. Now that's a chemical sunscreen. This one is mineral. So if you prefer mineral, I think this is a really nice option. I'm just gonna zoom you guys in so you can see what this looks like on my skin close up. up. Honestly, I don't think it's terrible, but it's one of those formulas where if you look up close, you can definitely tell that the person is wearing foundation. You can see it in the pores just a little bit. You can see it kind of grabbing in certain areas. I would say it definitely gives about a medium coverage. You can build it up to be even more full if you want to, but I try to just apply as much as I need for sunscreen and that's it. It also does have a little bit of a glow to it, so it's going to enhance the pores and texture on your skin just a little bit more than a matte formula would, so that's something to keep in mind too. But it doesn't have glitter or shimmer or anything like that, so it just kind of gives you that nice, healthy, dewy glow. Also, as somebody with really dry skin, I do like how dewy this is. It just feels really nice and hydrating, and it doesn't cling to dry patches. I know in a recent video, I tried the new Covergirl Blurring Skin Tint, and this is a mineral SPF 30, so it's less than the 50 that the e.l.f. gives you. But this one is much more drying on my skin. It's more of a matte formula. So if you're somebody who's oily or you don't like to look shiny and dewy like what the e.l.f. gives you, I loved the blurring effect that this gave and that it doesn't make you look all shiny, but it was just slightly too dry for my skin. So I think if you're more normal to oily, you might really enjoy the CoverGirl one. And then just quickly before we move on, I'm just gonna put a little bit of concealer. This is the NYX Pro Fix Stick in the shade 4 Light. I really love this concealer. I've been using it so much lately. It's just such an easy, no fuss product to use, so I really like it. And unlike other stick concealers, I find this one to be a little bit lighter weight, and it looks a lot smoother on more mature skin, I think, than a lot of other stick concealers. It's really almost invisible. Next up, e.l.f. released a new shade of their bite-sized palettes. This one's called Total Smoke Show. So it has more of those smoky, cool toned shades in it. And just like the other bite-sized palettes, you have 4 shades in here. 2 of them are kind of more on the satiny side. Then you have a shimmer and then a matte at the end. And I found that the 2 deeper brown shades in here look so similar to each other. I kind of wish that one of them was more of a mid-tone, something that could just add a little more variety, because when you swatch these out, they look really, really close to each other. And I find that with the bite-sized palettes in general, they never have all of the shades that I would need. There's always either too many light shades or too many deep shades. They don't often have those mid-tones that I really want. But I know this one is supposed to be more of that smoky vibe, so I get why they went a little deeper with it. So I'm gonna start out with this shade right here. It looks like a matte in the pan, but if you look close, it does have a little hint of a sheen to it. So it's almost like a satin. And I'm just taking this on the Rephr number 15 mini, and I'm gonna start working that into the crease. I really do enjoy the formula of these palettes. I think it's awesome for like $3. You can't beat it. I mean, they're just really nicely pigmented. This is laying down beautifully already, tons of color. I'm just gonna take a fluffier brush and just blend this out a little bit more. This is the A503 from BK Beauty. And then I'm just gonna pick up this lighter shade right here. This is a satin, and I'm just gonna blend that along my brow bone a little. It just adds a hint of a sheen, nothing too dramatic, but it'll help to blend out that crease shade just a little bit. Then I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of the NYX glitter glue and pat that on my lid from the inner corner to about the middle. That's usually where I like to go with my shimmer shades. And then I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of this gray shimmer on my finger and pat that right on the lid. I actually thought that this shade was metallic looking at it in the pan, but as I'm putting it on, it's pretty glittery, but it's not like the kind of glitter that's falling all over my face. It's very dense. It's very tightly packed like a metallic shade would be, but it still gives you that more glittery effect. So that's actually really pretty. It's just a little bit more subtle. I actually really, really like it. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of the deepest shade, which honestly is similar to the crease shade, but I'm just gonna pack that at the outer corner just for a tiny little bit more depth. Honestly, you could make a really beautiful smoky eye with this, and I'm not even going anywhere today. It's like 100 degrees outside. So I am staying in the air conditioning. I went out to get groceries this morning and it was already so hot. It was hard to breathe. And I know people who live in places like Texas and Arizona and Florida are gonna be like, shut up, 100 degrees is nothing. But I'm from New England. We don't have these kinds of days very often. It's normally like 80 here this time of year. So for me, it's bad. I'm in the whole like, don't care what my hair looks like kind of mode today. Just trying to stay as cool as I possibly can. I think the formula is awesome. I mean, no issues with this whatsoever. It's blending beautifully. No complaints other than the fact that these two shades look really similar. I kind of feel like I'm getting 3 shades instead of 4. You're pretty much going to do one look with this anyway, so I guess not really a big deal. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and line my eyes with the Moira Micro Tip liquid liner. Just going to do a little wing, nothing too dramatic. I feel like I'm getting all glammed up just to go sit on my couch, but sometimes those are the best days though, when you play with makeup and you don't really have anywhere to be, so you don't care what it comes out looking like, and you could experiment more and try new things. At least that's how it is for me. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm in a hurry and I'm going out somewhere, I usually just stick to my tried and true things that I know are going to look good. So when I'm trying new makeup, it's usually because I'm staying home. All right, I don't have a new mascara, but I'm going to use this one that I tried in my last video. It's the Makeup Revolution Wrap Lash Tubing Formula, and I loved this in that video and I still love it. This is the only mascara that I've actually been using in the last 2 weeks. I haven't even touched my Hourglass one, but I will say that as time goes on, this gets clumpier. So I find myself having to wipe off the brush a little bit on a tissue just before I apply it. It's not really a big deal. I still love the way my lashes come out, but it just takes that extra step of wiping off the brush. I'm not sure why, if maybe the formula thickened a little bit once it got air into it, but I still love the way that it makes my lashes look. It gives so much length and volume for a tubing formula. It reminds me a lot of the look that I get with the Thrive liquid lash extensions. So if you do end up trying this one, just keep in mind that it can get a little bit clumpy over time. Just wipe it off on a tissue and you'll be good to go. I mean, honestly, just look at the difference that this makes. It makes my lashes look huge. So I love it. I think it's definitely worth it. I love that it's affordable and it doesn't smudge, which this time of year, especially when it's so humid outside, you want something that's not going to give you the raccoon look underneath. This stays put until you take it off with water. So I've really been loving this one a lot. All right, so now my brows are dry. I'm just going to go ahead and fill them in with the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. This is in the shade Ash Brown. So I'm just going to do this quickly and I will be right back. All right, so let's move on to these new jelly water tints from Covergirl. I saw these on the Ulta website. I got 2 shades to try, and these seem like they're K-beauty inspired, kind of similar to all of those ones that we see from the Korean brands. They're meant to be used on both your lips and your cheeks. So these claim to be a water lip and cheek tint with a cushiony, soft, hydrating formula for long-lasting, soft focus color. It has refreshing water gel technology, a natural-looking flush of color. They have a black cherry and raspberry scent, and they're supposed to be transfer proof, kiss proof, and smudge proof. So I'm thinking I want to use the more cool toned one today. I got one that's kind of like a warm pink, and then this one's almost like a berry pink. So I want to try this both on my lips and my cheeks. I just want to put a little on the back of my hand to see what the texture is like. All right, so it's kind of creamy. It's not a watery tint like the new e.l.f. ones, which I haven't reviewed yet, but I'm going to talk about that too. It's not as watery as those or as something like Benetint. It has a little bit more weight to it, like that creaminess. So I'm just gonna put a dot on my cheek here and I'm gonna blend with the Morphe 202 brush. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, it's just melting right in. It has a really thin serum-like texture, even though it's creamier. It pretty much sinks right into your skin like a stain would. That is really pretty, and it's subtle. I mean, I'm gonna add more. Usually when it comes to products like this, I just start slowly, just put a little dot, then you can always build it up if you need to. But when it comes to a stain, if you put too much, forget about it. You're never gonna get it off. So that actually looks really beautiful. I'm loving that so far. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more. It blends very easily with a brush. You could probably also just do one of these with your fingers and just blend it in that way. Yeah, totally like just one of those really simple, easy products. You know what this reminds me of a little bit? The Cali Ray lip and cheek stains from Sephora. I love those. I have all 4 colors that they come in. They're beautiful. This feels really similar to something like that. Also the Hard Candy Pop Tints, which are also a fairly new product, similar to those too. So I'm just gonna put a little bit now on my lips. I'm just gonna use my finger actually and just run it back and forth. I think this would give you more of a diffused look, or if you want to apply it right from the tube, you'll probably get even more color. But I just want to see what this looks like. So this is more of that diffused look, or if I just apply right from the applicator, it'll give me that deeper wash of color. Yeah, so this definitely gives you a little bit more, and I'm sure if I layered it again, I could probably build up the color, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. I was already wearing a little bit of lip balm before I applied this, but it feels super comfortable. Again, it really does remind me of those Cali Ray stains a lot. I think it's comfortable both on lips and cheeks to wear. So far so good with this one. I will definitely include some wear notes down in the comment section. I'll just pin a comment to the top and let you know how everything held up throughout the day. I already know that the e.l.f. skin tint holds its own pretty well. I was surprised for being such a dewy product. It does hold up really well throughout the day, especially on my drier skin. But like I said, I'm just not crazy about the way that it looks when I wear it as a sunscreen. When I don't, like if I put a sunscreen on first and then apply this on top in just small amounts, it's actually beautiful. Actually, I prefer wearing it that way as just a light layer of coverage versus a full-on sunscreen. I don't know if you guys can even see, but like on my chin, it just kind of settles a little bit and it looks a little more makeup-y when I wear it like this. But I wanted to show you what it looks like just as a sunscreen alone. And again, I don't think it looks terrible. It's something that you can notice more when you're really close up to someone. But I just want to put that out there. And as far as the NYX brow product goes, I'll let you know again down in the comments if this held my brows all day. So far, I like it. I think the comb was really easy to use. It definitely seemed to give that whole laminated vibe. So I'll let you know how this held up down below as well. And then as far as the bite-size eyeshadow palette, I do think you can make a really pretty smoky eye with it. Is it the most versatile palette? No, but it's $3. So it is what it is. I really enjoy their formula, so I don't regret buying this. I think it's great just to have a smoky eye option hanging around. So anyway, guys, I would love to hear your opinion down in the comments below. Let me know if you've tried any of these products, what your thoughts are on them. And I do have a whole nother video coming with more new drugstore stuff. I know Essence has a new foundation stick. ColourPop has some new glossy lip stains, plus there's a new Alter Ego palette that I really want to share with you guys. So stay tuned for that. And I just want to take a minute to thank all of you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay cool if you're part of this heat wave, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.